Hello. Some of my best videos have come from questions posed to me by correspondents. And, well, I hope this is going to be a pretty good video. It's a story of hope, I think. Maybe I'm just a cockeyed optimist. I'm Granny Opterix. So this is what the part of the letter said. If you open up Google this morning, the big banner is a graphic celebrating Nowruz 2024. Google does that sort of thing, celebrating the anniversaries of prominent people, all a bit interesting. However, on Sunday morning, St. Patrick's Day, I would have been expecting at least a shamrock and green graphics and a graphic of the saint, because that's what previous years have been like. There was nothing this past Sunday, not even a standard word Google. I assume what he's talking about is the decoration on the word. So, is it demonisation of Christianity, or even the free-for-all that the New York Irish have turned St. Patrick's Day into? OK. So what this correspondent was saying was that there was a celebration of Nowruz, but nothing for St. Patrick's Day. And is this Google disrespecting Christianity? I have another theory, and it's a theory I'm clasping to my heart because it offers me hope. I can't speak for St. Patrick's Day, but I think the Nowruz decoration has another meaning. Let's just look at what Nowruz is. It's a Persian holiday, not Iranian, Persian. It's a festival based on the spring equinox. That is, it's a seasonal holiday. A harvest holiday, perhaps, a planting holiday, a holiday that celebrates the time when things start growing or things have to be harvested, depending on what you are growing. It's basically a holiday of the land, not of the religion. Although, there may be religious overlays, of course. It marks the first day of the new year in the Iranian solar Hijri calendar, not the Muslim calendar. And that starts around the 21st of March in the Gregorian calendar, which means, according to this, it's a fixed calendar, which is what most agricultural societies have. You have to have a fixed calendar when you're in an agricultural society because you have to know the planting seasons. I always found it interesting, seeing as we're in Ramadan right now, that the Muslim calendar is not fixed. It's a lunar calendar. And that means it drops back year on year, 11 days, because the lunar year is 11 days shorter than the solar year, than the proper year. And that strikes me as an interesting comment on Islam, which started in the desert. It started in the Arabian desert where there is no planting season. A planting season doesn't mean anything. The year is more or less the same all year round. I mean, it does get a bit hotter in the summer, but basically there is no, if you're a nomad following herds of sheep, there's no planting season. You just go from one place that's growing stuff to the next. But the Persians were a settled people with a planting schedule, and so their new year would be at a specific time because that's when they'd start doing whatever they do in the way of planting. I can't speak for that because planting in Britain is definitely not the same as planting in Iran. However, I digress. The day of Nowruz has its origins in the Iranian religion of Zoroastrianism, not Islam, and is thus rooted in the traditions of the Iranian peoples, not the Muslim peoples. However, it's been celebrated by diverse communities for over 3,000 years in Western Asia, Central Asia, the Caucasus, the Black Sea Basin, the Balkans and South Asia. Presently, while it is largely a secular holiday, I'm emphasising these, as you will imagine, for a reason. A secular holiday for most celebrants and enjoyed by people of several different faiths and backgrounds, Nowruz remains a holy day for Zoroastrians, Baha'is and some Muslim communities. I would say some Muslim communities are many of those communities of different religions who pretended to take on Islam or sort of taken on a surface appearance of Islam, like the Druze, for instance, or the Yazidis. Anyway, I find this. I choose to interpret this celebration of Nowruz in Google as, well, a kick in the teeth to the Muslim invaders of Persia, who are at the moment celebrating Ramadan. But these guys are not celebrating Ramadan. They're celebrating Nowruz, and they're telling all the poor, oppressed people of Iran that there's a tradition that goes back 1,500 years before Muhammad was even a twinkle in his father's eye, whoever he was. That Nowruz predates Islam, and it's still there. And that there is hope that one day it will be there even more. At least that's the way I choose to interpret that decoration. Till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.